To remember the sacrifices of our veterans, VA hospitals across the country are under fire for the way they treat those in need.
And for the very first time, the VA hospital here in Albuquerque is admitting that it is the subject of not just one, but two internal reviews about how it is scheduling appointments. Yesterday, the interim New Mexico VA director met with leaders from all around the state and confirmed some employees from the national VA system were here at the Albuquerque VA last week interviewing workers about what's going on. A separate internal review has been going on since the fall, but several leaders are now calling for an outside group to investigate things.
Has anybody been talking to veterans or patients? And there's not been a single review where they've talked to actual patients or families. We're all wanting to make sure that there's a credible, independent review investigation of this issue.
Congresswoman Michelle Lujan Grisham there. The Albuquerque VA is accused of delaying patient appointments for veterans and manipulating data about those who have to wait. Several VA hospitals all around the country, in fact dozens, are dealing with the same thing. And Congress is still trying to fix the nation's VA medical care disaster. About 26 hospitals across the country are under investigation right now, including one in Phoenix, where up to 40 veterans may have died just waiting for an appointment. Many legislators are asking for the Justice Department to step in here.
Only the Department of Justice and the FBI have the resources, the expertise, and the authority to do a prompt and effective criminal investigation.
The Obama administration is now allowing more veterans to get care outside of VA facilities. There have been calls for VA Secretary Eric Shinseki to resign, but he has pledged to stay on the job. The U.S. Senate is also working on a bill to make it easier for him to fire or demote VA executives. By the way, the House passed that last week. All right, 5:33, we now have audio from the latest deadly Albuquerque police shooting. This is the one we told you about on Friday morning.
Yeah, officers say there is lapel video of the incident, but they did not show it. They only released the audio from one of the cameras. In it, you can hear the suspect ask the officers to shoot him, and you hear officers repeatedly tell him to drop his knife as cops say he came toward them. Police officers talked to 37-year-old Ralph Chavez Thursday night at 2nd Street near I-40. They were called to the scene after cops say Chavez attacked and possibly raped his girlfriend. Investigators say when a man passing by tried to intervene, Chavez cut his throat. The woman went to a nearby gas station where a clerk called 911. Police say Chavez had a carpet cutter and a knife with him. The man claimed his name was Antonio.
Antonio!
6 shots were fired by 2 police officers. Police say the condition of the stabbing victim has improved. The woman was released from the hospital. APD has not yet released the name of the officers who fired, but says one had received crisis intervention training.
Well, a lot of guns are missing this morning, and now investigators are offering a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to someone getting arrested in this case. Back in March, a large shipping container in Arabella, New Mexico was broken into and 48 guns were stolen. This includes high-powered rifles, semi-automatic pistols, and handguns. If you have any information about the case, call New Mexico State Police. And Albuquerque Public Schools will be starting next school year with a new police chief. Steve Gallegos will officially be the new chief of the APS Police Department. He's been acting chief since Steve Tellez was fired in March. Sources tell us it's because of some missing ammunition, and Tellez was one of just a few people who had access to the ammo storage area. The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office is still investigating.
Teachers are fired up over their new evaluations. After sending students off for summer break, a group of elementary school teachers in Taos received their evaluations, and in protest, they burned them. The new teacher evaluations have been the center of controversy since they were put into place by the state's public education department. The evaluations are based on standardized testing, classroom observations, and factors like student surveys. One Taos teacher spoke with us over the phone and asked to remain anonymous.
It was very freeing. It was a way for us to show that we're not going to stand for this anymore.
The state's public education secretary, Hannah Scandera, says the state has taken a broken evaluation system and improved it. The old evaluations relied on pass-fail systems.
A new Veterans Memorial set to open in Albuquerque today on Memorial Day. American Veterans for Equal Rights says the memorial is inclusive for GLBT, that's gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender veterans, and for their straight allies. A veteran and founder of the local chapter passed away about 2 years ago, and he left an estate to pay for this memorial. It includes this large granite stone surrounded by brick. Now you can buy the bricks. They're sponsored by family members and friends of veterans. Now if you'd like to go to the dedication ceremony, it begins tonight at 6 o'clock at Veterans Memorial Park. It's at Louisiana and Gibson in the southeast part of town. And up in Santa Fe, you can honor veterans today with a special ceremony at the National Cemetery. It starts at 10 this morning and is being hosted by Mayor Javier Gonzalez. One veteran here in Albuquerque is certainly counting his blessings this morning.
Meet Earl Richards. He is almost 90 years old, lives in Albuquerque, and flew planes during World War II. He became a private pilot after that until he lost his sight. But that never stopped him from his other favorite pastime, playing golf.
I'm so thankful that I'm able to get around. I'll be 90 years old in a couple more months. And the thing that I believe in is having goals to reach and being happy in the morning when you wake up.
Mr. Richards used to have a reunion every Memorial Day with the other troops he served with who survived the war, but sadly many of them have passed away. So Mr. Richards is just enjoying every day that he has.
You may wonder, okay, he's blind. How does he play golf? So they set up these really bright kind of cones on the holes, and his vision, what vision he has, he's able to see those and aim for those. And then the rest of it is all just with form and repetition.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.